Hello, my people. So, how is everything with you guys? Things have been going fairly well for me lately. Been feeling kind of like in a creative funk and just been doing a lot to try to get out of that. And, so I've just been working on getting my house straightened up, taking one day and just doing one project and just banging away at it and getting it taken care of the best that I can, and then the next day working on something else, and the next day working on this, and so just trying to juggle a lot and keep things moving and keep them a little bit more exciting than what they have been. And of course, answering questions, comments, and concerns on the blog and on the YouTube channel. And I'm not understanding internet trolls. Like, what kind of pleasure do you get from going on people's websites or their pages and making comments about stupid shit? Like, I just dealt with a internet troll that's all like, well, if you lost weight and just went out and got a job, shit would be so much better for you. Well, thank you for that, doctor, whatever your username happens to be. You see, the problem with that is 5 psychiatrists, 3 of them were from the state, 2 of them from the county, diagnosed me with these different issues. And a team of 9 doctors diagnosed me with the health aspect part of it. So it's not exactly like I just went to welfare or whatever one day and said, hey, I don't feel like working anymore, so can you please put me on an extremely fixed budget so that I have to struggle every single fucking day? Yeah, not what happened. And, I don't understand where people get their idea of you're just lying or whatever else. You have to be freaking an Academy Award winner in order to pull it off with 9 to 10 different doctors. And in many cases, if you're applying for Social Security before the age of 65, you have to go in front of a judge. So that means that not only do you have to convince a team of doctors, and if you're going in for mental health reasons, you have to do your team of doctors, your team of psychiatrists, your team of specialists, your lawyer, and the judge. If you can convince all of them, then you deserve it. For me, I worked with 9 different doctors. I worked with 5 different psychiatrists. I worked with my lawyer. And I had to go in front of a judge. So, that being said, if I was able to convince all of them, then I need to be a Hollywood actor, because, yeah, that's a little hard to do. And, if somebody was lying, how you would have to be extremely maniacal and, detail-oriented to keep the lie consistent with every single person that you talk to. And you would have to be able to remember who you told what to and all this other stuff. So, this goes out to all my lovely trolls who like to follow me on all my social media, and especially here on YouTube. I'm not that great of an actor. As a matter of fact, I failed my drama class. and I failed drama in college. So, there you go. Anyways, getting back on the lighter note, I've undergone doing a whole nother blog, and it's completely separate from Hello Cupcake, It's Me. So, don't worry about that. I'm not going to be abandoning my YouTube channel or the blog or any of the other social media stuff that I do. But it just happens to be like a hobby blog, and so where Hello Cupcake focuses on mental health and social security and living on income, our fixed income budgets and stuff like that, and depression, health, bipolar, diabetes, the works. My other blog is actually something that's geared more toward a hobby that I've taken up, and it's amateur wine lover blog. So I'm not going to do any cross promoting on this site or whatever, just letting you know kind of what I've been doing to keep busy lately. So yeah, there's that. And summer has finally hit here in Washington. It's 9:45 in the morning, and it's already like 78 degrees outside, which for Washington is extremely hot. It can get a little bit hotter, but it's typically like, as it gets hotter, it gets more humid. So we just have the heat part and not the humidity. Thank God. So yeah. I don't know if you can hear the background noise or whatever, but I have like 5 of my windows open, and if you've followed me for any length of time, you know that I live right off of the only street into town. And so, yeah, I have that to deal with. But you know what? I'd rather save the money and not run the air conditioner by just keeping the windows open and a few fans on. Oh, what else? Oh, I've also gotten back into cooking, and I don't know if I've ever mentioned this or not, but back before I started going to college and was just getting ready to graduate high school, you know, the career counselors come out and they talk to you about this, that, and the other thing, and that's when the military people swoop in and try to get you to join the military and what have you. I had like a broad idea of what I wanted to do. One of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to go to college for computer animation and things like that. Well, my father, God rest his soul, was kind of a simple person when it came to the understandings of technology and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that he was stupid by any means, because the man was a wizard when it came to math and construction and all that other stuff. But he just really didn't understand the mechanics of some of the computing aspects, like computer animation or digital arts. And he told me, you know, I'm not going to send you to school to learn how to draw. And I was like, okay, you know, that kind of sucks, because I had contacted the University of Phoenix, not Phoenix University, you know, like that online college thing, the actual like college, and talked to them and had them talk to my dad and all this other stuff, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, my dad's like, no, I'm not going to send you to school to learn how to draw. Then I started thinking, well, you know, I would really love to learn how to cook. So I asked him, I said, okay, Dad, will you send me to Le Cordon Bleu? No, 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 you don't make money as a chef. Sorry, Paula Deen. Sorry, Rachel Ray. Sorry, Guy Fieri. Sorry, Ina Gardner. Sorry, Wolfgang Puck. You know, he didn't know. He didn't understand. Again, my father worked in construction all of his life, so it had to be a noble profession in order for him to sign off on anything. And I was like, okay, fine, not gonna do Le Cordon Bleu. I'm like, okay, Dad, how about me becoming a teacher? Okay, you know what? That's great. I'll sign off on that. So that's what I did. Is I went to college to become a high school English teacher. What ended up happening with that is they stopped paying for my schooling due to my grades, and well, I've never been an academic person. I love to learn, but sitting in a classroom environment and trying to regurgitate all of the stuff that you learned, that's not me. I am not a book person. So when they stopped paying for everything, that's my dad and my mom, when they stopped paying for everything, I then switched over and started receiving financial aid and the Pell Grant, because I was living in California at the time. So there was the Pell Grant, the BOG A, and the BOG B, and that's the Board of Governors waiver fee. So I received all those, and then I was able to start taking classes that I wanted. Well, they didn't offer any culinary courses there at the college that I went to, but long story short, wrapping that all up, I've always really loved to cook, and I used to do it when I lived with my sister and was taking care of my niece, because I was basically a stay-at-home dad type person. And then in between, like, working my jobs and taking care of my niece, just making sure that everything was taken care of at home. And when my sister came home from work, I always made sure that there was a full meal cooked and ready to go. So, you know, that was kind of my lot in life there for the longest time, was playing Mr. Dad. And I really was able to hone and cultivate my cooking skills, and so it's always just kind of been a passion that I've quite literally kept on the back burner. Haha, no pun intended. But yeah, so I've just recently got back into cooking, and been enjoying the hell out of doing it. And I've been cooking meals for my friends and my family, and I've never been great in baking. I can bake from a box like nobody's business, but when it comes to actually making things from scratch, that's not me. So yeah, and people don't understand that there's a huge difference between baking and cooking. Baking, you have to be like a mad alchemical scientist, and you have to have exact, precise measurements of everything. Where cooking, you're like, oh, I can add a pound of salt and 14 grams of this and whatever of that, and you just throw it together and it makes it taste good. Baking, you have to be very precise and very, like, meticulous in the ingredients. And so that's just not me. Even if I have the measuring cup and the spoons and all that other stuff and try to, like, follow a recipe, I can't do it. The only thing I've been able to cook or bake, and it turns out good, is these shortbread cookies called jam thumbprints. Amazing. But even then, that's not my recipe. It's a recipe that I got from Ina Gardner, who is a TV chef on the Food Network, and she's the hostess of the Barefoot Contessa. If you haven't watched it, take a look and watch a couple of her shows. There's even like tons of videos here on YouTube, but yeah, she's, in my opinion, she's really amazing, and she creates elegant dishes that don't really break the budget. So yeah, that's one of the other things I've really gotten into lately, is just cooking again, and yeah, so there's that. But yeah, everything else is going okay, I guess. Just banging along, living the life, or living the dream, and trying not to wake up, you know. And unfortunately, I'm developing insomnia, so yeah. Anyways, well, I hope you all are well, and please, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments below. Also, make sure to check out the blog. It's www.hellocupcakeitsme.com, all one word. If you want to subscribe to my social media, so every time I send out an update, text follow at Hello Cupcake, the number 4 and the letter U, to 40404, and follow the on-screen prompts. And then anytime I update YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, any of that other stuff, it automatically sends out a text message. The text message is free to sign up, but if you don't have unlimited texting, standard message rates do apply. So just give you a little heads up on that. And yeah, so I hope everything, like I said, is going good with y'all, and take care, and I will talk to you next time.